Okay then guys, we're back inside of Helldivers 2, and there's loads to go through right now as we've got a support incoming. That's right, a brand new patch has dropped this morning, and it's a lovely one to see. So we're going to give you guys a full breakdown of that one because they have fixed a lot, as well as some of your guys' opinions on what's happening inside of the game right now, and a really interesting job advert that has had some really weird altercations inside of the nice to haves inside of it. Definitely gives you guys a little bit more of an insight as to what could be the future of Helldivers 2. But with that being said, let's take a look at exactly what it is that's happening inside of the gaming community. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can buy your video games cheaper for PC and consoles with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts, all running up to 70% off. It's an absolute no-brainer. You guys can go ahead and get brand new games, pre-orders, and releases on the day. Links in the description. Go get your games a little bit cheaper today. But starting off, we have got a brand new major order that we need to check out real quick. So this one was issued up just yesterday, and we have a new incoming message coming from Super Earth for the new major order, and this one is a complicated one because this is going to be a busy time over. So the briefing for it is that multiple strategic priorities have arisen, all of high priority. Decryption of confidential data recovered from the automaton's strongholds has identified a high security database that to contain key intel regarding the Jet Brigade. Its capture may aid in pinpointing the Jet Brigade's central fabrication planet. Simultaneously though, we also have a recent Terminid activity that has exposed the Terminid research preserve to treat threats of external disruption. The security breach must be rectified immediately. Finally, we have reason to believe that the automatons are planning an imminent territorial expansion. We can allow their automatons to expand their territory further. The Helldivers are ordered to achieve success on all three of these objectives. So let's take a look at what it is that's happening inside of the game. Our new major order is to liberate Martyr Bay, as well as holding Gakrooks when the order expires, hold Pandion when the order expires, and defeat an attack against 5 of the automaton defense operations. This is going to be a bloody lengthy one with a 5-day remaining on it. Obviously this came up yesterday, so we've used a bit of time already, but this should be a very nice major order in total, and it will keep us occupied for the week at hand as we move towards the final stage of the DSS construction, which hopefully is going to be finished soon. This is such a long-winded storyline for this. I know a lot of you guys like me just want it to come through, so that's your major order. Go ahead and start fighting. It seems like 41% of you guys are already on Martyr Bay, so make sure that you go ahead and get that done. Moving forward though, we have got the support incoming, which is the patch notes for 0.1.001.201, and Freedom's Greetings Helldivers release Captain Kalberg speaking with the latest and greats from Super Earth, and the reviews on this is a massive overview. There's loads to go over, but the first thing that we have to look at is balancing. There's 2 specific things they've sorted out: the shield generator relay and the SG8P Punisher plasma. So with the shield generator relay, they increased the lifetime from 30 to 40, which is really nice. This thing is loads bigger now if you haven't used it since the last mega patch, so it's definitely worth giving a go and utilizing, especially while you're waiting for extractions and stuff, or maybe even holding the flags. It's definitely worth utilizing at least once to try it out. And then the primary weapon change that we had as far as balancing goes is to the Punisher plasma, where in response to popular Helldiver demand, General Brash has issued an administrative order to revert the production changes made to the Punisher plasma from patch 01.001.104, which was an absolutely huge one. So they've reverted the latest changes of the Punisher plasma. Will now have a more noticeable arc in its projectile path, starting off slower and maintaining speed longer. This will affect its recoil, fire rate, and projectile behavior. To further its improvement of effectiveness, the magazine capacity has been additionally added by 2, so that is absolutely amazing as well, and definitely worth going in for. Now, as far as fixes, they have resolved a load of top priority issues, which is going to obviously fix a lot of things for you guys. And one big thing that everybody seems to be liking right now is one specific one right in the middle of this, where the service technician is no longer mourning the death of her beloved pet goldfish, Goldie, and can now be interacted with again. Goldie received a dignified funeral and was laid to rest gracefully in a wasted capsule, ejected towards the nearest planet atmosphere, where the friction between the air and the capsule caused it to heat up, violently explode, and disintegrate. hilarious. I love how they push this sort of stuff in. But as far as there's stuff going on with the friends list, like friends invite only games can no longer be seen in the Galactic War map, which was a huge change, as well as the invite only lobbies are no longer shown on the hologram. Again, huge change. It was getting so frustrating trying to be able to help people out, and actually they were private games, so why they were visible we have no idea. But there was a load of other stuff in there as well, including dead bodies of charges no longer launch Helldivers into the air, and just some decent quality of life changes that were actually fixed and should have been there to begin with. A load of crashes and soft locks where people were having issues. Again, breaking these down would be really situational, but they have sorted out loads of crashes. So if you do manage to come across a crash or a soft lock or an issue inside of the game, make sure you report it to Arrowhead so that they know that they either haven't fixed it correctly or there's new ones in the midst. And as far as Helldiver fixes, they fixed an issue causing excessive ragdolling when diving or crawling on uneven terrain. We're currently working on further solutions to addressing the ragdolling issues, which is incredible. And it actually makes me so happy to know that that's the case, because I bloody hate the ragdolling on bot planets. Now, without wasting any of your guys' time, they fixed a load of other stuff. A lot of really, like, insignificant problems, such as the stims that used static in the mission end screen for the stim pistol, and it was being incorrectly modified. It's just loads of little things like that, although there are some social issues and Galactic War map problems. So we're going to break these ones down for you guys really quickly, where they resolved an issue in the blocked players tab where attempting to add a player via the search functionality would incorrectly indicate that the user was blocked and can no longer join blocked players via the Galactic War hologram. They resolved an issue that allowed blocked players to continue speaking in voice chat, fixed an emote drop and comms wheel mouse sensitivity not being applied, and so much more. But essentially what they're stating is they've fixed a lot of issues with the social system and apparently improved its reliability, but it's still not fixed. I don't really understand what it is that they need to do at this point, but it is definitely working a lot better. I can now actually see the friends lists and actually see the friend requests, although accepting them is a little bit of a different story, and then seeing them on the map game afterwards is just non-existent. So yeah, that's another problem overall, with a load of miscellaneous fixes that you guys shouldn't really have to worry about. But nonetheless, that is our patch update for the game, and this is going to be an interesting one, although people are still not happy. I was in a podcast yesterday with Thick Fillet where we were discussing the talks of the Constitution. It was pretty much the main topic in the podcast, and it was a great time indeed. But we were talking about the potential of it having AP4 and the repercussions that it would have, and whether it actually needed or not. Now, apparently, on you guys on Reddit are stating that this definitely needs to happen, or it definitely doesn't need to happen. I think there is a massive fence with people on both sides of it. But let me know what you guys are thinking via the comment section below, and you can go and check out Thick Fillet's channel. Go and see him. He's got loads of stuff going on over there, and the podcast that we did yesterday was absolutely incredible with FaZe and with Crazy Mr. Pips. It was so much fun. You guys will absolutely love it. But as well as that, we've got a really quick interesting piece of information, because we were posting things up in Discord earlier today, and we had somebody post something at me that stated that for the head of engineering job role, they need to essentially have the nice to have, sorry, is an experience with Unreal Engine transitions. Now, this is an interesting factor because we don't run on Unreal Engine. So does this mean that we're going to have a new title in the midst from Arrowhead? People are speculating that we're moving to Unreal Engine. We've already confirmed that's not going to happen. You'd have to rewrite the entire code for the whole game, and it would take years upon years to do. They're not going to do that. But we could be looking at a new title from Arrowhead, especially over the next year or so, with them working on Unreal. And I think that would be really incredible. But let me know some of the ideas that you've got in the comment section below. And moving into your top comments, it's been a very shaky one with the Liberty Day talk just recently, and it states in this first one right here that Liberty Day was overhyped by the community rather than Arrowhead themselves, and we completely agree with that. I think that that is definitely a solid point, and they definitely have a really good stage of sort of movement with that. I think that that was pretty much nailed it down to the ground. And this next one right here states, yes, they could have done more for Liberty Day, but they were on a 60-day rebalancing marathon that took most of their time. We're making the new war bond, organizing Liberty Day, and more backstage and unrevealed stuff. They have already stated that they're struggling on both to fix the game and dish out a war bond every month, so in reality they did more than they said they could in the span of 60 days. I don't personally agree with this at all. I think that they have a expectation and they have a necessary move for it. Yeah, we got some cool equipment and I'm really appreciative of it, but I think that maybe don't make such a massive deal out of a day if it's actually in game not going to be a lot, because realistically the community made Liberty Day worthwhile rather than it actually being the game itself. That's my personal opinion. You feel free to let me know yours in the comment section. Anywho, that's unfortunately we got time for today. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, appreciate your faces, and I'll see you in the clouds.